Hello, this is movie review number 1186. This is Heroic. Heroic is a 2024 movie that is directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who also directed the movie 65 and wrote the story for A Quiet Place. So Heroic has A24 Films, Beck/Woods Productions, and Shiny Penny Productions. So I saw this movie on November 23rd, 2024 at AMC Dine-In Anderson Town Center 9 in Anderson, Ohio. So the movie is about two young missionaries who are of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints who attempt to convert a reclusive Englishman named Mr. Reed. So they become ensnared in the deadly game of cat and mouse when they knock on the door of Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed may seem charming at first, but he proves to be diabolical. Trapped in his own home, they must turn to their faith if they want to make it out alive. And throughout the movie, they must test their faith to see whether or not they really do believe in their faith. Because Mr. Reed gives them a choice: belief or disbelief. And let's just say that choosing the right door, as in the trailer you see Mr. Reed writing the words belief and disbelief on two separate doors, and one of the missionaries asks, what does this have to do with us leaving? And he says, everything. Oh, this was really good. And Hugh Grant, who I known to see him in like drama films, he is in a horror movie. Interesting. He plays Mr. Reed in the movie. Sophie Tatcher portrays Sister Barnes, and Chloe East portrays Sister Paston. Topher Grace also plays Elder Kennedy. He is the guy that is looking for the two sisters when the two sisters don't come back to the church right away. And so, in this movie, we see Sister Barnes and Paston wanting to ask people if they want to convert themselves to the Church of Jesus Christ. And so they knock on the door of Mr. Reed, who decides to accept their offer for him to become part of the Church of Jesus Christ. And so they have a long conversation about their faith, but they also have conversations about other topics, including fast food restaurants. And the two sisters are not really sure of what to make of this, especially since they see that there's no other woman in the house, despite the fact that Mr. Reed said that he has a wife. Well, let's just say that may not be the case. And so when the two girls try to leave, Mr. Reed gives them the choice either to believe or disbelieve their faith. I will say that they do go through a door. But what they find after the door is definitely shocking. And the two women have to figure out how to get out of this house because they cannot go out the same way they came in. And with Elder Kennedy trying to look for the two women as well, it's only a matter of time until the two women realize that they may not be able to get out of there. So this movie does have secrets, and the two sisters do reveal more about themselves and why they chose to believe in the Church of Jesus Christ. However, with Mr. Reed trying to play his little game, the two sisters have to realize that maybe faith might be the only way that they can make it out of this home alive. If they can do so anyway. Oh, this was really good. And the fact that Hugh Grant was in a horror movie pretty interesting. And let's just say that he has made, or Mr. Weed in the movie has made models or figures of the two women alongside the inside of his home. So let's just say that he may be preparing for what happens next, and it is not pretty. So I like how this movie is a horror thriller film, but it's more of a psychological horror thriller film. I wouldn't really say this movie has jump scares. There might be a couple of things that might shock you, but it's not like a full on scary horror film. It's more of a psychological horror film as the two women are trying to figure out how to get out of this house and how to get past Mr. Reed because he is diabolical and evil. And what they discover, the two women discover in the movie, like when they do discover more about what Mr. Reed is hiding, oh, it definitely changes everything alongside their faith. Yeah, this was a really good movie. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Heroic. Please enjoy my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.